Hey guys, so it's Jace. And I want to thank you for tuning into this video. I was sitting here trying to figure out three things. One, did I want to lay in my bed and pretty much chill for the rest of the night? Play with my son? Two, did I want to create an email campaign for one of my clients because that's going to put money in my pocket? Or three, did I want to make this video and talk about sickle cell once again? Well, I went with the third one. Actually, let me be honest. Y'all know what I did. I went for all three. I'm just going to do them in a specific order. First, I'm going to do this. I'm going to upload it. And then I'm going to play with my son, spend time with him. And when he goes to bed, please stop shaking my thing. And when he goes to bed, sorry guys, you guys know I'm a mom and life just goes, I'm not going to edit this out. Life just goes a little bit sometimes when you're a mom. And so you need to know that, hey, even though she's doing things, she faces the same struggle as us. And sometimes that's literally your kid getting into the W-A-Y. I mean, yeah, W-A-Y, because I don't want to say that in front of him because I don't want him to think, you know what I'm saying, anything negative or whatever. But anyways, so yeah, I picked all three, but first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to spend time with him, and then I am going to do my email campaign, and then I will go to bed myself because yes, rest is important, even though it's really hard for me to admit that. But anyways, I wanted to talk about being deterred. I feel it's important for you to not allow anyone or anything to deter you from pretty much anything you want to do. Living with sickle cell anemia is a very, very stressful thing, not just to you, the person who has the disease, but also the people that come into contact with you. But with that being said, you're still living with it. And there are so many people that aren't with us today that had sickle cell anemia, that lives were ended very shortly. And it just really, really sucks. And I sat here and I was like, you know what? Even though that's scary, and even though the pain is absolutely excruciating, don't allow that to stop you from slaying the day and slaying this disease. You know, don't allow anything to deter you from doing what you want to do. Now, of course, if you're in crazy, extreme, excruciating pain, then by all means, you need to rest. Listen to your body. But what I'm saying is, don't make excuses for yourself because you have the disease, okay? I'm just simply saying, I don't allow anything to deter me from what I want to do. Case in point, a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to do something. I called a friend up and asked some pretty vague questions, and I value what they say. And so I almost allowed it to stop me from doing something I wanted to do. Well, guess what? A couple of weeks in, after investing in myself, it actually paid out. Now, even though I didn't make the full amount of money back that I put into myself, it had only been a couple of weeks. So one, that allowed me to further never allow anyone to deter me from doing what I want to do. Number two, you can't always call people up and ask them stuff because, you know, they might not necessarily have the same view as you. Plus, you know, you should always listen to God first. Pray and ask him. He gonna know before anybody else. And he always is gonna lead you to the right way. And then the next thing is, if I had listened to that person, I wouldn't have been able to make that money. And even though I haven't made the money back that I actually invested, I for sure know that it's coming because literally a few weeks in, I had actually made a good amount just off 2 projects I did. So I can't even, oh my gosh, I can't even describe the feeling, the sensation I have. It's just pure excitement of knowing what's to come once I actually complete every single thing. Like, I already know I'm going to be that, feeling the, you know, the blank. Anyways, I already know, like, I'm going to crush it times 20. And I'm really glad I did that. And I'm really glad I didn't allow him to deter me from doing what I wanted to do. So, and I have many other examples, you know, pushing a baby back, going to school 3 days later, signing up for my master's degree program after being in the hospital for 3 weeks, almost dying. Taking that 3-month program, and I mean, not 3 months, 3-year program, and completing it in somewhere between 15 to 17 months, which a lot of people thought it was impossible, thought I was pushing myself too much. The point is, I don't allow people to deter me to do what I want to do. And so I have come to a point in my life where I realize, why am I calling people for reassurance and advice and stuff when I got it in me all along? I just need to always make sure I am following that rule where don't allow anyone or anything to deter me to do what I want to do. And that's including fear, and that's including this disease. Sickle cell anemia is crippling, but I don't allow it to keep me from doing what I want to do, keep me from living the life I want to live. I don't allow it to, kill my happiness. Because at that point, I might as well be dead, and I don't want to die. I want to live, and I want to live my life to the fullest. So therefore, I'm going to be determined, persistent, empowered. I'm going to be everything in his mother to make sure I do what I need to do in order to, reach my dreams. And when I've reached those things, I'm going to make sure that I add some more stuff to the list, because continuing to grow and continuing to achieve and continuing to add things to your vision board is just beauty in itself. It's honestly living. It's living out your full potential. And I know it's hard. I know you're scared. I know the disease is painful. I know you probably have kids. I know there are a lot of factors that make us very apprehensive about doing certain things. And then when you pile a chronic health condition on top of it, it's like, oh my God, what is left? There's only so much I can take. Guess what? I feel like I'm Superwoman. And I know I'm not the only one out there. So I think you should just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Listen to yourself. Talk to God. But also just really, really remember that you're your biggest, gatekeeper. If you want to be scared or anything else that falls into the negative box and decide not to move or to take steps forward, then that's your choice. But if you allow yourself to be determined, to become determined and persistent, to become goal-driven, or just allow yourself to think positive and not allow the disease to deter you from doing whatever it is you want to do. And even if you don't have a disease and somehow you ran across this message and you have other factors that are deterring you from doing things, don't allow those negative factors to deter you from doing things. Don't. Because anything is possible. But I just feel like we all need that little push sometime. And you don't necessarily need to hear, any extra things that could possibly deter you from making decisions that, you're already afraid to make. So sometimes calling someone could be the wrong call. And that's why I kind of threw pray to God up in here. Plus, he just always needs to be first anyways. But my point is, I do what I do for myself and for my kids, to be able to live the best life and to be able to give them and provide for them and for them to have the best life. And so that's why I can't afford to allow anyone or anything to deter me. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are stumbling across this video can't afford that either. So don't be cheap when that comes to mind. Be cheap when that comes to mind, because if you allow yourself to be deterred, then you are basically keeping yourself in a box, confined to one area, when you need to move, you need to grow, you need to experience life, you need to, add things to your vision board. I've done many things, and once I complete my list, I'm not like, well, I'm done. No, I've got hours, seconds coming up. Days coming up, new months coming up. You know, like things are coming up. I need to add things to that list and be determined to complete those things too. Now, I'm not saying get so goal driven to where you're, trying to kill yourself to basically knock off, put a check on a list, because then at that point, you're not really living life either. And you're probably neglecting the little ones and all of that. So I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying don't allow anyone or anything to deter you. And especially not this sickle cell anemia, this stupid, awful, crazy disease. Don't allow it to do it to you. I used to hate the word or the phrase sickle cell warrior. But it's true, because I am a warrior and I am slaying the day when I'm living with this disease. As I live with this disease, I am slaying the day. I really am. And I refuse to fail. I won't allow this disease to get the best of me. I won't. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Yes, Colton.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, thank you guys for listening. And I will see you soon, because I gotta go do other stuff. I got little ones. Bye.